what is it? Like, why, Florence, did you make the decision to sort of like go to the mastermind? Because I know that wasn't easy for you. And of course, what we're talking about here is opening up the mastermind for the last 3 months for these amazing ladies to get continued support and not be intimidated by how far ahead are they and how far ahead are they, but actually just receive the community and the continued support for the rest of the last few months. So what is it? Why did you make that decision?
Oh, I mean, the mastermind had been something pulling at me for a long time. I mean, I knew about it, from the second I joined iHeart Coaching, I knew about the mastermind. And when I joined iHeart Coaching, that was also a massive decision, a very big investment for me at the time. And in my mind, I saw the mastermind as really far off. Like when I'm making 5-figure months, or like when I'm making, I had these things as a mastermind. I had it up here on this pedestal of, one day when I'm this person, I'll do the mastermind. And I didn't take the opportunity the first time around at the end of iHeart Coaching. I actually regret that now. I went with a one-on-one coach who was great, but fear got in the way. I didn't feel I was ready. I was scared of it reinvesting money. Despite knowing it was for me. But when I found out you guys had 6 months left and it was my last opportunity to work with you guys in that way, I just knew I had to do it. Like the desire was there, and it was that thing of the desire finally was kind of bigger than the fear. And in everything I've invested in, I've never really had the full amount of money when I've invested. And it was the same when I went to music college. It's the same when I invested in iHeart Coaching. It's been the same when I invested in Mastermind. It's like, okay, I have the first payment, but I knew from experience that the successes I'd had, for example, in iHeart Coaching, I never would have got to if I hadn't have made that leap. Like I had to flip my mindset rather than going, when I have that money, then I can do it. Evidence was starting to build up that actually when I do it, then I get the money. Like
right.
Right? Like that.
And this is what we've been talking about all day, right? Yeah. What would you do? What decision would you make if you kind of just focused on what you're willing to achieve versus what feels safe and comfortable and doable in this moment? Right. And it's a mindset to get used to, because think about what Florence says, based on experience. That mindset you'll need forever as a business owner. Is it ever going to be a guaranteed outcome when you make a decision? No. So you're fueled by the passion of doing the process that you love, not fueled by the guaranteed outcome, right? Florence probably worked very hard to try and get that role in that movie and got it probably because she wasn't worried about, whether she could get it or not, was more just loving the process of what she does as an actress, right? So she got it because she wasn't in her head thinking about ruin versus gain, which is what we spoke about earlier. Exactly. Okay. So listen, thank you so much, Florence.
You're welcome.
You're a blessing.